Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 15 of Salt, Ships, and Scuttlebutt, a World of Warships podcast, hosted by yours truly, Captain Greene 123, enjoying a fantastic breakfast cheeseburger on this great morning. And joining me as always is...
Captain SeaLord Mountbatten, about to go enjoy a fancy dinner pizza on this evening.
Well, you spent all your money on your house like an idiot, so now it's going to be
This is
pizza
true.
rolls for the next...
Oh, it's Sam's Club frozen pizza, Sam's Club frozen burgers, Sam's Club. Members Mark is my favorite brand now, man. That'll like all the cheap stuff at Aldi too. Gone is the name brand. Anything now.
Dude, I love Aldi brand Cheez-Its. They're so, like...
They are really good. Well, the ones I got were like these aren't the whales snacks. These are sea turtles cheese snacks
Yeah.
instead. It's like, oh, okay, they're pretty good. With like $1 a box. Same with like their barbecue chips. It's like $1.26 for a bag of chips. It's like Lay's are like $3 a bag, and these taste the same. So, yeah, we're rolling with that now.
Really good.
Yeah.
I've just never been back when I was up in Job Corps, we had a few Aldis in the area, and I did not feel safe in any of them. So I didn't like going to Aldi. But there's been some allegations about the local market basket, so I've stopped going to the local market basket. And I'm going to Big Y now, but Big Y is proving to be a little bit more expensive, but just as good.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, if I can get groceries for cheap, I'll go to Detroit, the worst part of Detroit. I'll go to the Ninth Ward in New Orleans if I can get some cheap gas now
There
at
you
this
go.
point. So, gotta do what you gotta do now.
Yeah, I've usually been a very large market basket proponent, and then my mom texted me and she was like, "There's rats in the bathroom." And I'm like, "How do you know? Like, what's going on?" She's like,
Nah, dude, like, I've been riding all the teacher discounts I can get, like the Sam's Club
"Yeah,
membership, teacher discount, get that for it's like, the membership's somewhere like $15, you get it for $10. Like, all right, now I can get all the cheap stuff there. I get the pizza. The pizza made at Sam's, it's like $1 a slice. It's a giant, massive slice of pizza. Great. Perfect lunch. So, like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah." I've started doing a lot of BJ's, Berkeley and Jensen. Nothing
Oh. It's a family-friendly podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
exactly until I start saying "fuck," but I don't know how far we are into the YouTube video.
No, we're
So I
good.
don't
We're
wanna...
past the 90-second mark. You can say
All
almost
right, then
whatever
I
now.
go to blowjobs.
You can't say whatever. You can't have the Blucher sending around to a trap remix of Erica. That will give you a community guideline strike.
That will. Thankfully, I'm not inbred, so I don't do stuff like that on
Well,
YouTube videos.
dang.
Oh wait, did you?
Yes, that's what I did.
Okay, you're not inbred. I thought this was a joke about wearaboos.
No, well,
I've never met like a wearaboo. God, there was somebody at my high school who had Erica as like his song on his Facebook page, and I was like, "Oh, this."
you mean MySpace?
No, on Facebook. He
You do that
had
on
it in
Facebook?
he had it in his bio on Facebook. Like, because
Wow.
he was still living on MySpace for some reason. But yeah, he was like, "Ah." And I remember just kind of looking at this and like, "Oh, that's weird. What's Gup? Why does he keep talking about Gup? Oh, there's naked schoolgirls, animated schoolgirls on. Oh, this is terrible. I don't want to talk to you anymore."
The Tiger was the greatest tank of World War II.
The
One Tiger
Tiger.
was worth 5 Shermans.
I would love to go out on a date with Tyga from Gup. It was like that.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
again, I think that people can have their passion, and I think that it's great. You reach a certain point though. Anyways, we're getting off topic. How was your week and a half?
It's been Unu owning a home takes up a lot of your time. It's wild. Ants have invaded my property.
Your
And
new
since-
house?
Yes.
You
Yes.
already have ants in your new house.
Dude, yeah. So
That's great.
Yeah. Like we were moving in and we had all the dog stuff in like one
Yeah.
corner of the kitchen. Like, all right, we got the furniture place, we got this set out. So I go to take the dog's bed and put it where we're gonna put it, and I remove it and like it's just like a wall of ants. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So and it was a lot. And I'm like, what the heck? I just bought this house. What's
Yeah, I
going
would
on?
just immediately go back to the builder and be like, "Hello, um, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
So
Well, got a can of Raid. That fixed that for a little bit. They keep finding ways inside. I don't know how. Because like I've sprayed the baseboards, the cabinets, everything. Every possible entrance way. And
yeah,
every now and then someone will just show up. Like this
yeah,
Sunday.
you just they'll get them in, and you're just like, "What?"
Yeah, this Sunday, like we went to feed the dogs and we opened up the dog food bat. I'm like, dog food isn't supposed to move.
Like,
And
wait a
sure
minute,
enough, like
what's
that.
going on here?
Exactly. So I had to go throw that out, get new dog food, spray the pantry a second time. Then we got the dog food sealed up in plastic containers, so hopefully that'll end
Yeah,
their
we
existence.
we've been doing that since day one in our house because I think my mom heard about somebody else on our street having like a mouse in our house, and my mom's like, "Stop containers." That's not what my mom sounds like, but
Something like
I
that.
I don't want people to think my mom sounds like a loon, but like everything had to go into large Tupperware containers,
Yeah, I mean, like
which
you're gonna have
I don't.
ants
Yeah,
no matter what, pretty much if you have food left out. And we were planning
yeah,
on getting the containers anyway. I was just trying to wait, a little bit while longer because buying the house is one thing, but then you got to buy stuff for inside the house, washer, dryer,
exactly. Yeah,
fridge.
yeah.
So I was like, no, this can wait. We'll just wrap it up real tight and clamp it real tight with like
And
a
then
chip clip. No,
you're like, oh, wait a minute, this is not working.
exactly. So yeah, but I think we got that problem solved. Besides the AT&T man drilling a hole in my roof, we're also pretty good. So
The new roof that you just paid a large amount of money for.
yes, he was. It was really fun. He was trying to run an Ethernet line. Because it's pretty cool in like the new houses, they have this little box in like the master closet. You put your
Yeah,
router in there, and like you're good, right? So you don't have a router sitting out anywhere. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. Can you like run an Ethernet cord from that to my office? Because like obviously that's way faster.
yeah,
And since I
yeah.
have real fiber internet, I want to take advantage of it. He's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. So like I'm walking into the master bathroom, and then so
You
that
just
you're
hear a sawzall, and you're just like, ah!
exactly. I just hear. And I see like this 6-inch bit come through my ceiling, and I'm like, ah.
I just paid for this.
And I called him. I'm like, hey, you missed the ball by like 2 feet. And then he came down and was like, oh, sorry about that.
Oh, my bad. I'll put another hole in your ceiling now.
No, after that he was like, yeah, you can just get somebody else to run it. And I'm like, aren't you the internet guy? Aren't you supposed to run it?
Isn't this your job? Like, what are you doing?
And I was like, well, that's there. So if you go 2 feet away from that, you'll be on the wall. So, but yeah, so they gotta come fix that. Hopefully this week. So that's what's going
He
on.
just showed up and he just gave up.
Yeah,
He did one hole and he's just like, I don't know. I don't have any training for this.
dude,
Bye.
what's really weird too is like he ran the fiber cable, and it's just sitting
Yeah.
on my lawn now. And he's like, oh yeah, they'll come bury it by the 12th, and I'm like, so this fiber cable is just gonna chill here on the grass?
That's a week from now. It's like,
So I can't cut my grass in an
I'm like,
HOA?
I'm just gonna have the fucking people are gonna think I'm the fucking Clampets. I'm just gonna have shit in my yard.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've got, the grass is like it's getting pretty high now. It's been raining here a lot, and I'm like, oh dang, like I can't do anything though because the fiber line.
Wanna
It's
know
so
what'd be really
weird.
funny?
What?
If they showed up to bury the fiber line and they're like, yeah, anyways, your grass is too high. We can't mark the grass. Bye. We're gonna come back in a week. And then you're just gonna have Mrs. Mountbatten out there just holding up the fucking
Yeah, the fiber lines.
fiber.
It's like
That's
not too hot. Don't break it. Don't break it because
Don't break it.
pay.
It's
Well,
glass.
Well, they
And
did
then
mark the grass too. That's why I can't cut it.
that'll definitely lock in the "we're fucking insane" allegations in your HOA neighborhood if you have like, long grass and shit like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And like, he can't install it on the 28th of June. He said they'll be here on July 12th to bury it. It's like, what? It's like 2 weeks.
what? Why?
I don't know. It's like,
I'm not
shovel? Do you not
certified to
have?
use
Does
a
no one have a
shovel.
shovel?
I'm not certified to use a shovel. I'm just certified to put fucking holes in your roof.
Exactly. And then leave. Oh, look, what's beautiful too is he left his drill at my house. I still have his drill.
I think that's for the better. I honestly think that's for the better.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna hold the drill ransom until they come fix my ceiling. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've been working straight. Uh, I'm on week 2, I think. I haven't had any days off, which has been good. 'Cause money, but
yeah,
also
money
like
is very good. Money is very
work
good.
working the weekend of the 4th really, really kind of like I realized it last night, and I was like, "This is terrible. I hate this." But the other thing that I've started doing is um I brought my laptop to work just because there's long bouts of just nothing going on. And one of the other print managers kind of came in and he saw Tarkov on my desktop and he was like, oh, that's good.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
yeah, I've been really hitting it off with a lot of the people on third shift at this location, which is great because my only real experience with third shift is working in a grocery store, and I found out that that is the loony bins. You know how they got rid
Yeah, I
of
was about to
the
say.
actual like mental hospitals?
No, I worked
It's
at a grocery store through high school and
it's Stop
college.
and Shop now on third shift. They just take all of them and
All the
they just
ghouls,
go
all the
they
ghouls.
just go there, and that's you have people who are like taxes aren't real. It's like fucking get away from me. Um, but yeah, you just have like there was a dude who had sticky notes. He came in with a pad of sticky notes and he claimed that he designed a 3-cylinder engine on that sticky note, like on that block of sticky notes. And he carried it around with him so nobody would take it.
So did Volvo in like the 80s, but all right.
I was like, that's really cool. Please don't come near me with your box cutter in your hand. And so yeah, that was good. But yeah, we I told him a story about a funny thing that happened in Tarkov. Um So there's AI, there's scabs, which are basically homeless people. There are PMCs, which are like kitted out actual threats. And then there are bosses. The way that Tarkov makes their bosses is they're basically PMCs, so they have good equipment. They just have a shitload of health, and they're just constantly on like morphine. That's how they make them terrifying. So I ran into a boss and Tagilla on factory and a scab. They were over by that we were in a hallway. There was offices on either side of the hallway. I threw a hand grenade at the door frame.
Best room clearing.
And my game plan was just going to hit the door frame, drop down. What happened is it went into the room, and then they both yelled grenade, and their AI pathed them into that room, and then they closed the door. So I just hear an explosion, a whole bunch of screaming. I hear 3 like things of morphine go off. So the boss is in there immediately just dumping morphine into his system to, because the AI is like, if it gets below certain health value, morphine.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, but
Like
morphine
stems
doesn't
and
stop
Fallout.
bleeding. It doesn't stop bleeding. So like, He just left the room and sprinted down the hallway, and about 3/4 of the way down the hallway, I didn't even shoot him. He just collapsed.
Just
Yeah, he just collapsed. I don't know if he overdosed on morphine or like the blood loss got to him, but it was a very, very funny encounter to just hear like Grenade, and then you see the door close, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
oh,
But
that's great.
yeah, I really enjoy Tarkov. Dude, he just pops morphine and then he runs away from fights, which is really funny because what happens during raids with him is you'll hear about 30 to 45 seconds of sustained heavy weapons fire because he has an RPK.
Mhm.
So you'll just hear an RPK. He's fighting PMCs, so you'll hear automatic fire from them. But it's just very funny because, like I said, you'll hear like 40 seconds of just sustained automatic fire. And then you'll be like, where is he? Where is he? And then you'll see him like doing the fentanyl lean, slumped out over an oil drum barrel, and you're just like, oh okay, you fucking just ran down here and died like an animal. So that's good. What else has been going on? I got 2 new monitors.
Oh, 2 new monitors.
Yeah, there is a deal going on right now on Amazon. I will actually
Oh yeah,
send it
Prime
to
Days.
you.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
broke.
this was even before Prime Day though,
I did
which
buy
is
a weed eater and a leaf blower for the house. So I'm going into dad mode now, going to lawn care mode.
that'll be good. Dude, you'll come on one day, you'll be like, oh, the pH of the water here is too high. It's hurting my grass. And I'm just gonna be like, wake up, wake up. You're
My
not there
Carolina
yet.
bluegrass is it's not growing so well this summer.
My grass is 3.62% behind. It's like, shut up, dude. But yeah, I got 2 of these 27-inch Odyssey G3s for $130 each.
That's good.
It's really good. They're 2 absolutely fantastic monitors. It's much better than the HP that I've had for 10 years and an Acer that I borrowed from my mother's work. That are
Borrowed.
two completely different resolutions, 2 completely different refresh rates, and 2 completely different scalings.
Dude,
So now I
I've
have
got
nice uniformity, and I very much like it.
I've got a Franken setup over here. I've got this Samsung monitor I bought. Like it was when like 4K was first coming out. It's a 32-inch Samsung 60 hertz 4K monitor. I got it for like $500 like 5 years ago, 5 6 years ago. And now I could probably get the same thing for like $200 if that.
I was gonna say it's really like all the 4K stuff. It was like this is gonna be the future, and then it's just like yeah. So, anyways, your phone does this now,
Yeah, yeah, I know. Well,
which is rough if you've invested in that.
yeah. Well,
All
then
right,
my
we've hit
oops.
the marker. We can't do this
Okay.
anymore. We can't do this anymore. I set a timer now because actually, one more quick thing. I got positive feedback about our pre-show chats
Oh,
last
that's
week.
good. That's good.
It was,
The
and
tide's returning.
well, I know we got one. Um, honestly though, it was also very nice to. Okay, Terminator Cop just went by.
Okay.
Um, it was nice to hear because I got feedback from a few dads about me talking about going to the ball game with my dad, and they were very happy to hear that, and they were very touched to hear that. So that definitely put a smile on my face, not to be weird. And it was kind of funny because there was a few people that DM'd me about this, and there's a little bit of an age range. And something that I had with my dad is I did not like him growing up, but that has changed since I've started kind of doing my own thing. And I didn't want to like imply that their kids hate them, but I wanted to just really kind of emphasize that point because it was very it's very near and dear to my heart because, like I said, my dad and I didn't get along all that much, and now that has changed. We get along fantastically and stuff like that. So I keep wanting to put that out there, like, hey, you might get pushback from your kids with how you're parenting or some of the decisions, or they're upset because you won't let them go out or stay out past 9 or whatever. In the end, eventually, we all kind of see the reason for that.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't want to insinuate and be like, yeah, so your kid thinks you're a shithead now, but that'll change. But like I said, that was very applicable to me. So I really kind of wanted to accentuate that. But it was really good it was heartwarming to get that feedback.
Yeah.
So
my parents are really strict on us growing up.
yeah.
And like, there's reasons for it. You just don't see it as a kid. And now
you don't at all.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, you didn't want me to become a meth head with like 17 kids, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
My mom telling me as a kid, like, hey, if in high school, if she's like, hey, if you come home and you get somebody pregnant, I'm chopping your wiener off while she's cutting up carrots on a chopping board. She wasn't trying to be rude. Again, teen pregnancy is not the best life choice. So, again, we might not see it in the moment, but we'll be grateful for the lessons. I don't know, unless you are being mean to your kids, in which case, change your ways, please.
Kind of like all the health classes you're to take in junior high and high school. It's like you realize, they were like,
work.
Huh?
Those don't work for me.
Well, so
I don't remember all of the like. Hey guys, practice same sex. I remember them going through the slideshow and then seeing like genital warts.
Yes.
And that was just flashbanged into my brain. That's all that I remember. I don't remember like premarital sex. I don't remember, learning how to put a condom on there. But I'll tell you what, I remember when they're like, yeah, so if you have unprotected sex, that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what it was like down here too. And like all of us were like, because obviously we didn't want to get, the freaking like Chernobyl-esque,
Yeah, I didn't want my nuts to look like a Star Wars extra.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to start off World of Warships. How far in are we?
23 minutes. It's not bad.
That's good. That's good for us. That's good. Especially because, again, I think that monitor talk shouldn't count towards our bullshit time too, because again, very good monitor, incredibly good deal, $100 off. But again, I don't work.
Go take advantage of that, people.
Yes. Okay. I don't know. Here, if you want to see what it was, this is what I've been getting.
Might I suggest removing your address from the Amazon screen?
Where is it? Oh no. Can we edit that out and post?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, so it's just first name and a zip code. That's not too bad. I think that's all right.
Anyways, this is a very good deal. I'm also thinking about getting a Lego set. If you,
dude, which one is that? Click on that. That's a ship. This counts. This counts as a ship.
Okay, it's the Star Destroyer. I was thinking.
It's the play set.
Yeah,
that's the new one. That's tiny, dude. They used to have the 2005 one was massive. Like the play set was massive. I had a friend that had it. I thought they were like the coolest kid on the block.
Hopefully, we don't get in trouble for being a little off topic here.
No, it's a ship. It's a Star Destroyer.
Star Wars. Where's Star Wars? No, I just want Star Wars. I don't want that specific set.
Go to the Lego website. They have it all. They have it all organized by brand.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this.
Lego Star Wars.
Okay. Also, there, Boba Fett. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's.
Oh,
we're on topic.
The Yamato. $89 for like a not Lego Yamato. That's not bad. 1/300.
Let's see here.
Dude,
That's
huge.
actually not bad at all.
Yeah, if it's real, it's not bad. Because I have a 1/350 Yami, and dude, that thing's like 2.5 feet long. Like that.
Okay,
That's a lot of plastic.
You're gonna see. Okay.
Oh, AK-47. All right, cool. We have the Bismarck.
Missouri. Too. That's.
I wonder if they just take like the what's that brand that Wargaming gives away so much of?
Oh yeah. The World of Warships.
The Polish one.
Dude. Yeah.
Not Chobi.
No, I think it is Chobi.
It is Chobi.
Chobi.
Yeah, something like that. I wonder if they just take like their designs. Like, okay, we're going to use really cheap plastic.
There's the Warspite Lego set. Okay, and this all just came up as
Star Wars.
Yes.
The cookies are too strong.
Okay, so anyways, we got distracted again.
One of the most disappointing things about becoming an adult is having adult money, but then now Legos are incredibly expensive.
Dude, they're like $9 billion. Like, this sucks. I
know. It's like, well, what do you mean this set? Like, why is that LAAT $140? That's not even the big one. I have the big one from like the Clone Wars, like 2007. It was like $80 back in the day.
This one is actually not horrible, but yeah, it's smaller than the other one.
Yeah, like, oh my god, the one I got that they released when the Clone Wars came out in 2006, 2007, 2008 is huge. Oh, my ATT is way bigger.
Exactly, that's the other thing too. So it's like
you can fit like 20. I mean, not 20, like 15 clone troopers in it.
Frequently bought together. Go.
Yes.
Nice little casual. Oh, so here we go.
Oh, $1,100 for the.
Yeah, so the Patreon money is going to go to this, right?
Yeah.
Why are these bought together? Wait a minute.
What was that? Is that the Cantina?
Yeah, it's the fucking Cantina, dude.
Why would you? I mean, that's a cool set. Don't get me wrong.
The Cantina's always been an absolute banger of a set. Because the other thing is, like, you get a lot of rare minifigures and stuff, like the fucking Tauntaun or whatever that is.
Oh, that's that weird lizard thing that the Stormtrooper rides in the special edition.
Yeah, you get like.
Ooh, I like those Tatooine Stormtroopers. Look at them; they got like the dinginess on.
The stand troopers are really good.
Cool.
And then a little bit of a fentanyl back there with Bosk. A little bit of a fentanyl exchange there. But yeah, so good. But
I think we have John Wayne in there. I think.
Wait a minute, what is this?
Megatron?
Yeah, what is...
That's pretty cool.
All right, so anyways, the development blog.
The actual World Warships content.
There we go, 30 minutes in. 30 minutes in. So we have 4 ships, 2 historical ships. Right off the bat, this reminds me of something. Oh, that's why it does. Okay. I thought it was like a fucking reskin. Okay. Sold to Thailand, so it's a proposed just Tiger class that got sold to Thailand.
But it's good.
Okay. In battle, Nari differs from Tiger 59 by trading improved AP shells for HE shells. Okay, so it's a Tiger with HE.
Yeah, it trades utility for HE. It's like it doesn't have the radar. No. And it gets HE. Oh, and it's got the Pan-Asian destroyer smoke. And only 2 of them.
I love this camo too.
It looks pretty neat.
This does look very neat. But yeah, I don't know how much this is going to change your really like break new ground at tier 8, in all honesty.
Got AP and HE.
High
I don't
rate
know.
of
Still only has
fire.
two. Hmm?
High rate of fire, which is good.
Hmm.
The hull is not bad, but at the exact opposite end of the spectrum, you're basically a 4-gun minnow.
Yeah,
So yeah, you have really good rate of fire, but your shell volume is just still completely non-existent. So
I can see like this and like a tiger working together would be pretty scary. You know,
no.
because then you have half of a minotaur at that point, and a little bit of a Brisbane thrown in there.
Yeah, honestly, like I don't really see this fulfilling anything other than a relatively interesting, I guess, tier 8 cruiser for Pan Asia,
Yeah,
because the Pan Asian stuff I don't think has the best track record when it comes to like,
cruisers.
well, no, just like ships in general, because it's like, well, what are their tier 8s? Okay, so we have Sanzing, which is a Saipan. We have the Harbin, which is a tech tree. Ship Smasher, which is a Fenyang, so that's just immediately not good. Irian, dude, Irian's pretty good. Silly Wangy, which is just an Ognavoy. Lo Yang, which is Lo Yang. It doesn't really need any introduction. And then a Fenyang. So, like, you have an Irian. I guess. So, the first thing that kind of pops in my head when I'm seeing this is, why am I going to play this over Irian? Why would I want to play um a why would I want to play a Tiger 59 over an Irian, you know?
Yeah, I don't think it's
And
really going to appeal to like Pan Asian ship players because what's the Pan Asian ship thing? Deepwater torpedoes. Guess what the ship doesn't have? Any torpedoes, right? So I,
yeah.
I see it as it's more of like a players like wanting to play a Tiger 59, but Tiger 59 isn't that great to play by yourself, so they want more of a viable solo Tiger 59. That's what I can see it as. At least that's what I see it as, because give Tiger 59
Yeah.
HE, and they finally did it.
I mean, yeah, but again, why would I play this over an Irian? Or and I, and that's just the kind of thought that keeps coming into my head. Even if I'm playing randoms, even if I'm alone, um,
Does Irian get a super heal?
no, which
No,
is a very good point, but it doesn't get any heal, but it gets a TRB, and if I remember correctly, pretty good torpedoes. You got 13-kilometer torpedoes, so you know.
it is just weird, Pan Asian ship without any torpedoes.
Yeah, it is. But I will
But
say, like I said before, though, this camo is absolutely
yeah,
beautiful.
and it's
Um,
technically a real ship.
uh,
They did make
no,
the Tiger
well,
class cruisers.
yeah, they made a few of. I think they made one of them. I think they just made Tiger. Um,
I thought they made like two. Okay, I guess not.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know that it was a very limited production run because it was post World War II Great Britain, and they were just like, yeah, we don't have any money, and this requires more than $2 to make. So unfortunately, we will not be making it.
Three. They made three of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me see if they made. Okay, no, they completed three. Okay, all right. So
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, we have Bridgeport, which is an Oregon city, which is awesome. Uh,
she has an interesting gimmick to her.
does she now?
She do. They Do you want to read it, or shall I spoil it for you?
So I just got a text from my mom. Yeah, if you want to read it, I think that would be. I think that would be good. Here, I'll.
Well, So, she's one of the 6 canceled Oregon City class heavy cruisers, and I'll skip all that stuff. But she is essentially a Des Moines at Tier 8 because she has the 203 millimeter guns with Des
Yeah.
Moines AP, but she has the reload booster with the new gimmick they're doing with some of the consumables where you can use all of it at one time. So you
Oh.
have 80 seconds where you have like a 4 or 5 second reload with those 203 millimeter guns at Tier 8 with Des Moines AP.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So you
That
can, yeah, you basically have
is
a
funky.
minigun at Tier 8 with those 203s for a minute and a half. I think with the
I
commander
really like
skills and
that.
stuff, depending on how that works, you can maybe get it over a minute and a half and like flags. So, but when that's not going, it's got like a 13 second or a 12 second reload on just 9 guns on a cruiser at Tier 8. So that's kind of the balancing factor. That and no radar. No radar either.
Yes, that's rough.
So it looks interesting, and I don't know. I get like a research bureau vibe from it, given
Yeah.
how like mega gimmicky that is. But yeah, she's
Anything
uh
noticeable on the plating or anything?
yeah, 13 second reload. I just assume it's the same as the other Oregon City class cruisers.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, there you go. Main battery reload booster, 80 seconds, and you can just pop it like instantly. It doesn't have like for the new cruise for the new destroyers, they have to have your smoke going for like 20 seconds minimum. Here
Yeah,
you
with
can just
this,
pop
it's
it
just
on,
on
pop
and
it off.
off.
Yeah,
Oh, that's actually pretty nutty.
yeah.
Oh,
So that's pretty good because so many times like I'll pop my reload booster and like they'll turn out or they'll go undetected in something. So the ability to just go like oh nope and just save all that time is great.
mm. Yeah, I really do think that the ability to fluctuate is really nice, and I think that it adds a nice level of versatility to the ship.
Oh yeah,
The repair party also seems interesting. I don't know why, but the numbers are reaching out to me. Is
20
that
seconds 209. Do any of the work? I don't know if you because what's the Rochester and
Wichita?
the
The Wichita is not in
Tulsa?
Oregon
No, but which
City.
the Rochester, I think the Tulsa and the Cambridge. The Cambridge is the Oregon City too, but with 305s. 28 seconds. 209. How much HP is that per hero? Let's find out with my handy dandy
That's
calculator.
that's basically the same as the repair party on the Tulsa before.
Yeah, it's only
Uh,
5,000 HP. Okay, it's nothing
yeah.
crazy.
Okay. I didn't know. I don't know why, but that seemed a little high for me. Hydro, we just have a box standard hydro. Okay. And then defensive, who cares? What is actually? Okay, so that's the 3-inch continuous anti-aircraft guns. So those will be good and nice range. But yeah, that'll be good. What is this? I think I saw a video from you.
Yeah, this is God's strongest battleship right now. This thing's nuts. You can see it in processing it on his face, viewers.
Ah,
Yeah,
oh, um,
I think it's better when you look at the numbers. So for those
okay.
listening, it's the Indiana American battleship. It's
It's
the
a Sodak.
yeah, the third Sodak we'll have in game. And it is a Tier 9 premium, but it has been turbocharged as a main gun brawler. And it's got
64,000 hit points,
Mhm.
32
Which,
millimeter plating, 50% torpedo damage reduction.
same with the Alabama, I do believe.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all that different than the Alabama. I was just going to check.
No, and she's got the 9 16-inch guns with the American AP, but
Yeah.
she has a base reload time of 25 seconds, which means,
Ah,
as a Tier 9 battleship, if you really want to, you can take the
you can put
reload
reload
module, and get that down to like, what, 22?
23.
Yeah. Or, of course, you
Uh,
can take the American Artillery Plotting Room Mod 2 and get another buff to your dispersion, which you have 1.9 Sigma on top of all that, too. But
sucks,
only
but
8.
also like, eh.
You can take the Plotting Room Mod 1, get that out a little bit further.
The other thing is you're going to have such in terms of like, you're going to be putting out so many shells, it's not really going to matter. Velocity is in the toilet.
Yeah, it's the 45 caliber gun, so
Yeah.
not like you want to shoot past
That's
19 kilometers anyway.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. Airstrike, depth charge, don't care. It's just going to be a box standard 10-kilometer airstrike. 52 single 20 millimeters. Yeah, in case anybody wants to get close to this thing. 27.5 knots. That sounds about right. Turning circle is not bad. Rudder shift kind of blows at 15.3 seconds.
It does also have the improved acceleration, deceleration too.
What does it have?
The improved acceleration and deceleration.
Oh,
I think I heard like Spanish cruiser get thrown
yeah,
around.
they get that.
Okay.
Okay. D-Tech's pretty good too.
Oh yeah,
15.3
yeah, yeah.
base.
It's 12. I think 12, 12 1, 12 2 when you
I was
build
gonna
into
say
it.
it's gonna build down to 12.
Yep.
And then let's see. Damage control, 30-second damage control for 80-second. Okay. Repair party, 28 seconds, 427 hit points, 60-second reload. So it is a 427 by 28. That's
12,
13.
11, 13. Let's ask Mr.
It might
Calculator
be.
here that my teacher told me I wouldn't
I
have
was
in my
just
pocket.
nah. You need to learn Pythagorean theorem right now.
Behold, the knowledge of mankind
Anyways,
in my hand.
yeah, honestly, more computing power than sent people to the moon, and I use it for porn and World of Warships. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, so it's 12,000.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time. That would explain some games to some people. So it's 12,000 HP, but of course with the flag
Flags
and
and everything. You need to
yeah,
get that
it's
up.
gonna be up. Yeah,
Hydro.
yeah. Hydro out of
Honestly,
nowhere.
but I honestly think it was going to be a fucking nutty Hydro because unlike a lot this so statistically, other than the duration, this is a box standard Hydro with anything too large. However, second duration is good. 100-second reload time is good, and with a ship like this, you're going to be able to play incredibly aggressively. And I think that you're going to be in a position more often than not to properly utilize the Hydro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I think that that's going to make it a lot stronger than like Hydro on my Oregon City.
A lot of cases
Where
where
it's
you're
just
like
basic.
hugged up on an island, waiting to see what's on
Yeah,
the other side, waiting to pounce with that improved acceleration. So that's huge.
yeah. This is just you're going to be a feral animal on a leash, and this is going to let you know whether it's go time or. That's basically what this is. Fighter, who cares? Fighter, who cares? You take spotter because this still does not work. Don't take fighter. I cry every time I see somebody with a fighter playing in this game. They still don't latch very well. They're very easy to still just kind of bait out. Just take this. Get more range for yourself. And then defensive. Okay. Anyways. Dude, this is what happens. I get 8 hours of sleep after getting 3 hours of sleep the day before, and I'm fucking tired. I'm still tired.
Your body doesn't know how to process it.
Yeah, it's like, what is this?
Are we
got 8
rested
hours?
now? No, we're not. But we slept for 8 hours.
Slept 9 to 5? Are we allowed to do that? This is gonna be nuts. I think, especially at tier 9. Sodaks are awesome. I love Sodaks, so I can't wait to see this thing.
Yeah, I am incredibly hyped for it.
I think that it is. Oh my goodness, dude! 8 hours of sleep, and it's like I'm yawning every 2 fucking seconds. This is terrible. Jamie, can we edit that out in post?
You got me going doing a bunch of something. I had to edit out your address, edit out your
Yeah,
word showing
I have to
up.
put my address. That was not a good move. Happens to the best of us though. But this thing's gonna be fucking nuts, and I cannot wait to play it.
Yeah.
This I don't care about in the slightest.
Urshan.
Yeah.
Why is everything in the Royal Navy named in something or the most off the wall thing besides that? Like, what's up with
Dude, yeah,
the
you'll have the Bellerophon, and then it's like, yes, this is the Tony class of guided missile frigates, and you're like, wow, you guys stopped using cool names.
Yeah.
You guys went from exclusively using cool names to just dog shit names.
Behold, the Minotaur. Ah, very nice.
Ooh, very cool. Very.
Now,
What's this?
the flower.
Not as cool. It's like, oh, what do we have here? Oh, the Theseus, like the ship of Theseus. Oh my goodness. Oh, we have the Druid. We have the Conqueror. Defense. Oh, we have the Saint Vincent. We have the Thunder. Malta.
Random bodies of water is like, what?
Yeah, bodies of water or small former colonial possessions. Like
Them wanting to own a fourth of the planet again.
yeah.
It's oh, did they get him? Oh, no, he's just yawning again.
So,
okay.
The urge to colonize keeps coming back to the British.
It's Colossus with jets. It has 2 jet tactical squadrons.
Ocean served as a test bed for new carrier-based craft, including the Sea Hornet, as well as the last carrier operation of the Venerable Fairy Swordfish. It is a helicopter carrier during the Suez Crisis and sold for scrap in 1962. What a shame. Yeah, this is, I think. Yeah. Okay. So jet. Let's see here. I don't even really think we need to go through all of this because it's just.
No, it's going to explode if it gets shot by anything at tier 10.
Yeah, it's going to do 25 knots. It's going to be, despite being a massive floating city, you're not going to see it. That's just kind of, I don't make the rules. I just benefit from them. Tactical aircraft, 161 knots, 322 knot boost. What are they though? Okay, so rockets, torpedo bombers, and then tactical dive bombers. Okay. I really like tactical dive bombers on aircraft carriers. The ability to just shit out a strike and have it be a lot more on demand rather than a lot of the other kind of aircraft carriers where
Yeah.
it's a lot more plotting, I would say. Like the Kaga, the Kaga's aircraft don't move very quickly, so you have to really think out your strikes and think out where you want to position yourself. And then you have like the super carriers, and it's just like, yeah, so anyways, I'm going to shove jet bombers down your throat.
Yeah.
I think that that's really good for the aircraft carriers, which if you choose, if you are an aircraft enjoyer, I think that you will enjoy it a good amount. If normal, I don't think you'll really appreciate the quick strike.
I think they'll appreciate the fact that, like, if you see it,
I think
it's
that
dead. I mean, because
yeah,
it's got no armor, it's slow, so if it gets caught, it's a CV you can probably easily one shot with most tier 10 battleships.
yeah. Oh,
I'm gonna get bullied
Christ.
by Shinano though. Oh my
Look right.
god, I just realized that.
Yes, it 100% will. The other thing is, I think it's going to get bullied from any other aircraft carrier because any type of strike onto this, even if it's something just like vomiting HVARs at it,
It's done.
it's got 19 millimeters of armor. It's not stopping anything.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's super stealthy, so there's that, but like, we can take it out on a strike or
Yeah.
two. Who cares?
Yeah. Hello? Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Did you cut out for a second?
Okay. I've been trying to load Theseus for the last 10 minutes. So I didn't know if I just finally like lost connection or something. Because it looks to be roughly the same
Same model.
as Theseus. So I was just so I was just looking at it armor wise. So yeah, never mind. You're just covered 19. So yeah, you're just gonna get absolutely donkey fucked by anything that shows up. Even your flight deck is a 25 millimeter flight deck.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think they'd beef
I
up
don't even think that's
some of the armor for tier 10, but
no. Well, I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to at least the flight deck, because any battleship that you see in this thing, if it's a
going
tier
straight
10,
through
like
it.
you're
Yeah.
just gonna get, yeah, no, you're gonna get overmatched
You're overpinned.
because it's 16s. Like,
Maybe that's a superpower. No armor, best armor.
no, you're gonna get eviscerated by the Yamato plumber, who's just going to blow you in half. Is there anything beneath the flight deck? Nope.
And your deck.
I mean, yeah, you would say that, but there's 19 millimeters of armor. So yeah, you're just
Dead.
killing this thing. Um, yeah, I think that this is going to be. I think that it's going to definitely rely on its strikes and its aircraft to really keep things away, which I think could provide an interesting kind of gameplay loop for carriers, where it's more like instead of just I'm going to strike everything I want to on the map, it's more of like a, hey, I need to interdict somebody that's trying to chase me down, you know. Um, but I don't know. I really don't. I think that it's really going to get caught out up at tier 10.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So, and it's not going to be like an audacious something where it's large and armored enough to just actually just weather anything that kind of comes its way. And don't get me wrong, the armor, like the sides of the aircraft carrier, are fucking terrible at like I think what is 21 millimeters, but you have a 102 38 millimeter deck, so you're just at range, you're just bouncing everything. But you're not going to have that on the Theseus, and I bet by extension the Ocean, and I think that's really going to be rough.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a free ship or something we can get.
Yeah, I would not be surprised either. Yeah. So here we go. This is the now SeaLord brought this to my attention because I'm just so fucking out of the loop. But we have the devlog here for the 10th anniversary Grand Voyage. So, basically, it is a thank you gift for 10th anniversary of the game. There's much to battle for. You can earn up 32,000 voyage tokens, and then you can exchange them for 1-to-1 for steel or doubloons in a dedicated armory tab. Respectfully, if you exchange these for doubloons, I doubt your ability to think at a higher level. However, that is your prerogative.
However, they have clarified that the Snowflake event at the end of the year is happening in the exact same fashion as normal. So, not only are you getting all the steel or doubloons, this is backing up right on to, because this goes through November. So literally when this ends, the Snowflake Santa Crate bonanza begins. So, if you are a gambler, you can turn enough doubloons for one tier 10 into several tier 10s. And let it ride.
Or 10 blue boosters.
Or 10 blue boosters, yeah. Yeah. True. So,
that's a very good point, actually.
Q4 is going to be a banger this year for the game.
Yeah, honestly. I still think that I'm going to probably do steel.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because I'm closing in on another steel ship as well. So I'll be able to get one and then just any leftover steel I have, I can use.
And the coupon resets in November too, does it not?
I think so.
Or January.
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
I think it's December because it's 6 months and we just had it in June, so should be in December. Yeah, what's really cool too is that to get it, the conditions are simply log in and play 2 games.
Yes.
You can also get the GQ Johnny too, which is a free tier 9 premium. You have to do the arduous task of playing 5 games a day to get the GQ Johnny. On top of the 32,000 dubs and steel.
That's terrible, dude. 5 games a day.
Yeah, play, not win. Play in any mode that isn't a training room.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. Something that I have said before, and I will say it again, World of Warships and wargaming in general seems to be really, really good when it comes to like anniversary events like this. They usually treat the players very good. So I am very much looking forward to this, and I think this is going to be good. I think the Johnny is going to be awesome, and I'm happy that they're kind of pseudo giving it away.
Yeah,
especially with the historical significance that the ship has.
I was very upset when it wasn't clarified how they were releasing it for, because I assumed they were just going to charge you money for it, but. This is a very happy ending, and I'm very happy to be wrong.
Yeah, this is very nice. Okay, so you get the commander.
Yes, you get Evans
as well, so that's good too.
Big W.
And
if you already have the ship, you get 10,000 still. on
Yeah.
top of it as
See,
well.
so this is awesome. And they'll have an armory tab, which you'll be able to track all this shit with.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is awesome. And like I said, people who have been listening to the podcast for a very, very long time will know I do not typically roll over and take everything that wargaming gives me. Like a lot of people who comment on the game sometimes will, and SeaLord doesn't do it either. So
No, it's really funny because like in this video, I like you have the same opinion. This is an awesome event, great way. You get this is $130, $138 worth of doubloons that you get for
and
just getting on the game and you've got
playing
like
2 games.
5 months to do it.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
you have such
this
a
is
fucking
great.
window.
Yeah,
this
and
is
people
great.
are like, "Oh, you wargaming chill," and like literally 2 videos ago is like me ranting about experimental ships.
I don't think that you should be able to bitch about a game if you can't, or anything in general, if you can't be impartial to it.
No, you have
Because,
to have
like,
you
like
gotta
this,
be objective. You can't just
yeah,
constantly crap on
you
something.
can't just be TMZ and be like spitting out like gossip bullshit where you're just always antagonizing people.
Yeah.
If I'm bitching about the game, but I'm also highlighting the good stuff when it comes up, it's, I'm being objective.
Yeah. And anyone that constantly craps on something or some company
It's
or some
they're just
topic, they're
they're
not
hating
to
for
be
the love
taken
of hating.
seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're hating for the love of hating.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And and unfortunately that works because negativity sells. Because
100%.
unfortunately, when wargaming does screw up or does something I don't agree with, and I make some very negative video about it, tons of views. But I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Or
You're like, we don't care.
yeah,
We want blood.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you're just like,
So, but yeah, great event. Great event.
Great event.
And again, it backs on to the Snowflake event, so 2 bangers back to back.
Exactly. Two giving sessions back to back. Cannot be more happy. All right. What do we have here? We have this. We have the history section, and I think we're good.
Would you like me to speed run this? Because we're getting near an hour and 10.
Yeah. If you want
to. Okay, so the highlights of these changes. Basically, what's happening here is that with the upcoming CV rework, some of the elements, I guess, in Wargaming's eyes, are good to go. So they're launching some of the changes in 14.7, which is not the update coming out today, the day this goes live, but it's the August update. So the big changes are that they are tweaking plane spotting a little bit. They are launching the unified on-fire detectability range, so now everyone gets a 2-kilometer increase instead of 3 kilometers. They're also unifying the aircraft spotting range, which means all squadrons now are spotted from 10 kilometers. I believe some before had longer spotting ranges, some had shorter. It's all 10 kilometers now. And when you fire your guns, it no longer increases your aerial spotting range. So overall, like, slight nerfs to plane spotting there. And also, which I think is really cool, they are launching the manually controlled secondaries for CVs in 14.7. So you will be able to control your CV's secondary battery guns as your main battery guns, which will be in the same fashion as the upcoming German Panzerschiff line. So that's pretty cool. So like Graf Zeppelin's getting a massive buff this update. And
here's a little range.
There you go. And it works just like the German secondary cruisers, where if you let the AI control them, they have reduced performances, so reduced ranges and such. But when you take over, most of them get about a 40% buff to their secondary battery gun range when you are controlling them. If it's just AI, it gets decreased back down to whatever. So that's pretty good. I think this is... I'm not sure if this is the intention of it, but it's a pretty good way to, not dump a ton of changes on the player base at once.
Because it's very gradual.
Yeah, the player base is very slow to pick up anything new. So this way, it's like, okay, here's some of these new mechanics, and we're working on the rest. So I'm not sure if that's the idea behind it. If it is, it's brilliant. If not, I think it's a good idea anyway. And I see this as like this might encourage CVs to play a little bit closer because now you don't have to rely on the drunken secondary gunners to do your thing, to do their thing. Like you now have like what what is the American aircraft carrier? I think like a gazillion secondaries. Is that the
Mhm.
Lexington or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, so like now you've got like three gearing strapped to your side, worth of 5-inch guns. Now you can eviscerate that destroyer that tries to be a little ballsy. So I think that's pretty cool. Hakuru is going to be pretty cool because you've got like two Harugamos on either side of your ship, and they do get the 30 millimeter pin, so that's pretty neat. Again, like Dref Zeppelin, the German carriers are going to be great. So it's a nice bit of change in my opinion. Um, so that's pretty neat. The other big changes, and they are adjusting the secondary guns reload time and such too, of course, to make these viable. So that's happening as well. The other big change is happening with these changes is that aerial torpedoes and acoustic torpedoes will no longer deal citadel damage. So now they deal normal damage, which means you will be able to recover more of that. More of that health using your heal. So you're not as boned when a submarine, gets their acoustic torpedoes into your side. And it makes sense because these are the torps that are very easy to get on target. Obviously, the acoustic torpedoes literally home in on you. Aerial torpedoes, CV player can literally put that wherever they want on your ship. So that gives you a little bit more of that survivability. So it gives you more time to deal with the submarine, more time to either get to AA cover with the CV, or more time to whittle down their planes. So that's pretty neat, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the damage change is going to be awesome because all that means is torpedoes just became a whole hell of a lot more healed.
Yeah. Now, this does not apply to standard torpedoes. So, like
Yeah,
destroyer launch torpedoes still works the same way. And I believe
it's
the
an
dummy,
airdrop, stuff like that.
yeah, just
Yeah,
airdrop and just
acoustic.
acoustic. The dummy fire torpedoes with submarines still work the same way too. I'm okay with that because obviously there's a lot more skill involved with that than the pinging torps. You
Yeah,
still got to predict right and all that jazz. So yeah, that goes live next update, I believe. So
yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, the like I said, the damage stuff's particularly. I think the aircraft carrier changes are good as well.
oh yeah,
Secondary shooting and stuff is always going to be good.
yeah,
Um,
makes it more of like a surface ship than just a airport for your planes.
yeah, exactly. It's more of a ship than a secondary like asset,
Yeah.
which I'm a very, very big fan of. All right, history section. What is the armored vehicle with the most naval kills during World War II?
Do you want me to answer that because I know the answer, or are
No, I
you
know
waiting
we
for the
already talked
audience?
about it. No. No. If you pick the M10 Wolverine, you are correct. Um, this thing is very funny because it is essentially the army was like, hey, how do we bring around a 3-inch gun that we can use against like tanks and stuff? And this is what was built at General Motors. This bad mamma jamma right here. Um,
God, it's beautiful.
it is. It's something. Um, but yeah, during the campaigns in the Pacific, you're not going to believe it. People did not use um tank destroyers all that much because Japan had tankettes. They did not really have tanks. However, during the Leyte and the Philippines campaign, there was a army division that was landed at Ormoc Bay, and the Japanese were using it to uh, resupply troops in the area because it had a nice deep water pier. So the U.S. landed, basically flattened the town near Ormoc Bay, and then set up. And with them, they took some M10 tank destroyers. And a lot of people did not like the M10, especially in the Pacific. Can you notice something here, Mr.
It's a
Leeblanc?
convertible.
It is. So, anyways, that was horrible because the Japanese were very, very fond of infantry tactics, like throwing Molotov cocktails on armored vehicles.
Ooh.
And the U.S. did not. Oh, didn't mean to get political there. The U.S. did not enjoy dealing with that. But during the night, a few nights after they landed there, the Japanese came in on a supply run, and they were taking 101 class landing ships. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, what is a 101 class ship? Well, Japan was going to build, I think 3,000 of these, and they ended up building 68, and they were just used. Let's get some better pictures here. But yeah, they were just typical LSTs. Basically, they were, we need to dump a bunch of infantry or a bunch of armored vehicles onto a beach, and this is the craft that we have designed to do that. So 3 of these and some patrol boats kind of walked up to the coast there, and the U.S. Army was like, I don't think those are American naval vessels. And they started shooting at them with anti-aircraft guns and 50 cals and stuff. And eventually, because the M10s are hand traversed, the M10s started engaging the targets too. And the M10 tank destroyer squadron was credited with sinking both of these things, which I think is incredibly fucking funny. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was one of these in a patrol craft, and then the other one got away, sank later. But yeah, so it's very funny. It's very funny to me that, like, arguably one of the most slept on tank destroyers of World War II killed some landing ships.
I wonder if they how they would paint like their kills on the side of the ship.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
know. That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
so some soldier walks by, was like, "Is that a boat?"
Fuck? You guys kill a kayak? What do you mean? But yeah, so that was pretty cool. Not for the Japanese, but just like in general, I think that is a very, very little neat bit of history. I think that the design on these are also pretty cool too. I mean,
Yeah, they look very smooth, very not angular. I don't know.
They look very like low poly to me. Like
Yeah,
they don't have a lot of curves. They don't have a lot of angles. It's just kind of like
some of the bones like
flush deck,
cyberpunk.
and then a little bit of a ramp to protect, and that's about it. You know, yeah, they had a lot of these. 68 of them. Christ, man. Oh, but yeah. So that was cool. Found that out. Got a little inspired on. I'm not gonna lie. Tank Encyclopedia, one of my favorite YouTube videos, or one of my favorite YouTube channels. They do great little videos on armored vehicles, and I was kind of going to bed this morning, and I was like, "Fuck, what do you mean Wolverines versus warships? What do you mean?" So the other thing that was really funny is the infantry regiment that they were with, the 77th Infantry Division, was so during World War II, a lot of the people that were conscripted were in like their 20s. And the army had an idea. They're like, what happens if we like get to the bottom of the barrel and we end up conscripting like 30 to 45-year-olds? And that's what the 77th Infantry Division was. They just put a whole bunch of older guys, because now I'm getting to be that age.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, into that unit. It was very funny because they got called the old bastards because there was just like they had like 15 years on all the other men, but they were
What's wild is that's like even true today. Like, I
yeah,
think the average age of like an aircraft carrier crewman is like 18.2 or something like
yeah,
that. So like you've got these multi-billion-dollar floating cities ran by teenagers, people that can't buy
yeah,
alcohol.
yeah. But it's like, yeah. So, anyways, I want you to run this nuclear reactor,
Yeah,
but you cannot have a Bud Light.
yeah. If you mess this
But
up, we're all dead.
we're
But you
all
can't have a
dead.
beer.
We're all dead. Not only are we all dead, but everything around us is dead for like a very long amount of time. Anyways, but that was really cool. I love stuff like that. I really do. Um, that and again, M10s engaging fucking naval targets is very funny to me, just because of how much the M10 is like slept on.
Yeah, the thing's terrifying. Well, I think it's the M8 in War Thunder that
The
runs around
M18,
and yeah, the
yeah, that's the
M18. Yeah.
M18. The M10 is the plotting one that you get like 2 BRs lower,
Oh, okay.
and you're like, whoa, this thing's gonna be great, and then you play it and you're like, oh, the turret is hand cranked. This is terrible. I hate this. Um, but yeah, I mean, an armored vehicle with a 3-inch gun would be good to have,
Yeah, I know.
even if it wasn't a tank. So yeah, that's about it from me. As you can tell, dude, I should not get 8 hours of sleep. Me and 8 hours of sleep, way too much.
Go back to 3
This is
hours.
terrible. Honestly, granted, I was fucked coming home yesterday, but I had that I had my car's AC set to like maximum, and the AC in my car is like a freezer fucking nuts. So I had like freezing everything. Like it was very uncomfortable to be in my car, but I did it specifically so that I wouldn't fall asleep. And I closed my eyes for like half of a second. I was like, rumble strips. Okay. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. And then do you want to know what's the worst part?
What's that?
I genuinely think I'm addicted to Escape from Tarkov because I got home and then I did a raid. I actually got in the door and I was like, my friend was like, quick Tarky raid. I'm like,
Dude,
okay.
that's like being Dune Awakening right now. Like I got up this morning, I'm like, I got a lot of stuff to do today. I really need to knock out tomorrow's video. However, I need to refill my generators in Doom. Oh, hold
Yeah.
up. Let me go get some water real quick. Oh, hold up.
Oh
Let
my
me go mine
god,
some
it's been
aluminum.
4 hours!
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. I'm like, I started this at 6. It's 10 now. Whoops.
Yeah, that's just what happens. And it's so fucking funny to me because it's like we did one game, right? And we both got killed immediately by a boss. And we're like, that one doesn't count. We can, we can like do another one.
Literally one more before I go to bed. Oh, not that one,
And
though.
then I looked at my clock and I was like, oh my god, I need to go to bed. This is terrible. But yeah, this, just in case anybody didn't know, I guess we can include this. This is the fearsome beast.
The M3.
The M10
The
tank
terror of the
destroyer.
sea. Yeah, M10.
The terror of the seas.
Yeah, the crew got the terror of the sea achievement when they did that.
Yeah. I bet you like some officer came down and was like, yeah, so you guys are gonna get credited for sinking one of them ships. And they're like, what? Are you serious?
What do you mean it worked?
Yeah. We just shot HE at a tin can full of Japanese people. But yeah, look at this incredible device. Look at this incredible turret traverse. This thing right here is the pinnacle of naval construction.
It was like Japan's
bounced.
like I bounced off of a Panzer III. So it's like this super advanced, latest generation landing ship that the Japanese have built, and then there's some 30-year-old guy just going.
Yeah. Then they lost to some 30-year-old dude in a hand crane. It's like, that's terrible. What do you mean we lost?
Oh yes, we shall now land with our invincible landing ships. What's that tank doing though?
What is that? What's he doing though? Does this even get better shells? Okay, yeah, it gets the M62. Okay.
And of course, you have to unlock the the actual good ammo.
I mean, solid shot is still fine. But
What's beautiful though, on like the bit and it's completely no, it's boat related. On all the high tier naval ships in War Thunder Naval, you have to unlock AP. So you get stuck just throwing HE at everything.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, can you preview it? Can you test sell it?
Fuck, I can't pull up the M10. I was gonna pull up the M10.
Try to sync the Yamato. You probably could. How bad it is in War Thunder.
Hold on, let's. Hold on. We could just do this.
Find something with a 3-inch gun.
Ugh.
Up, 3-inch.
Yeah, there it is. All right, let's see.
Nothing.
Nothing. Hold on. Oh, that did less than nothing. Hold on, let's. Yep, okay. Might have to work for it. Oh my god, it's the cheek! It's always the cheek!
Oh, look how you see the shells behind it. We're going to put the weakest part of the armor here. What should we put there? Let's put all the ammo there too.
Okay, let's actually get like.
What you looking for?
This will do, and then.
Okay.
Where is it? Fucking cheek, bro.
I can't believe that. It's the thing. Oh my god. That's straight into the ammo. Dead.
Oh, dead. Yep. Let's see. Shit. Oh, I know why. It's not the Des Moines. It doesn't have the improved AP. Let's see.
Don't have the Mark 8? It's fascinating. Oh, wait, no, that's the other one. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, maybe. Well. Does it have the little butt plates here?
I think it does, yeah. Saw it there first. Yep.
Yeah, wait a minute. Where is it?
Saw it flash green for a second.
Dude, yeah, I did. Oh.
Right where that seam meets, it looks like. Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
It's actually just into the fucking shell magazine. Anyway, yeah, before we end here, yeah, let's just do this.
Oh well, yeah.
This might do it. I don't know.
What was it? There we go. There you go. Goodbye.
This might do it. I don't know. Yeah, wait a minute. Let's see here.
Still going?
Oh.
Still go. Well, okay.
That's that good. I think we've missed. Okay, and then it just kills a whole bunch of random 5-inch ambulance. And you do this? Wait a minute. All right, so
Oh
yeah, there
yeah,
we go.
dead.
What about this? Oh yeah, I
Wink.
forgot there's no armored shields.
Oh, this. Yep, dead. Oh, and to the next
Oh,
turret. Okay, never mind.
okay. Anyways, see you next week. Recordings
Adios.
are going to be a little weird,
Yeah, 10 minutes of
just
us playing
because
with
of our
the
combined
enemy.
schedules.
Yeah, it's been
So I just want to let people know.
yeah, my life schedule's been crazy too, so that's why these have been on a bit of a free balling schedule. So
And
bye.
I have
Oh, never mind.
well, sorry. I was just saying I have a whole bunch of I'm working basically 24/7, so my availability is constantly in fluctuation.
Yeah, they're still going out on a somewhat weekly basis, so there we go.
Yeah, there we go. We don't have to have a whole bunch of people riding at our door anytime soon.
Yeah.
Although that would be pretty cool. I always thought that it would be cool to have like a picket line in front of my house.
Well, there's an opportunity to say the wildest thing right now and have it happen.
That's true. However,
Or peace and quiet.
yeah.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.